Hi, Larry K, ShadowAnyone.com. Today I'm going to teach you two things about how your cell phone tracks you that you may not know. Now, the first thing I'm going to teach you, you better know. I mean, this is common knowledge at this point, that your cell phone knows what tower, cell phone tower, that you're working from right now. And of course, they know a lot more than that, and they can get you down to a very specific location. Here's the interesting thing, though. They can do, at law enforcement request or at the companies, if they're just looking, they can do what's called a tower dump. And what they're doing is exactly what it sounds like. They can pick a period of time, a half an hour, an hour and a half, 20 minutes, whatever they want, and look at all the cell phones that are connected with that tower at that given time. Now, from a crime fighting point of view, the police might be interested in this because they want to know everybody that was in the area. They're trying to figure out who did a particular crime, and so now they have a pool of suspects. Of course, it's going to be huge in most cases, thousands perhaps. But just be aware that that's the type of thing that's out there. It happens. It happens pretty much every day. A request like this is made for a cell phone tower dump. And I think it's going to become more and more common in the future. Now, here's what you may not know. It's how your cell phone is giving away who your friends are and who you're with. Now, you think, okay, well, of course they have my contact list in that, but it's more than that. It's a thing you may not have even thought about. Cell phones, you can watch a cell phone travel from tower to tower and see where that cell phone is going. Here's the interesting thing, and I'm going to work in round numbers so it's easy to understand. You may look at a cell phone tower, do a tower dump, and say, okay, here's 1,000 phones attached to this cell phone tower. And they find your phone, and as you move, as you travel, and you drop that tower and you move to the next tower, not all 1,000 people are going to move with you, depending on where you are, expressway, roads, whatever. Maybe 800 people move to that next cell phone tower with you. Now you move to a third cell phone tower as you travel through your day or through the time. And now, not all those 800 people are going to travel with you, but maybe you're down to 100 people or so. And as you go from tower to tower, it will become evident that there's one or two cell phones, the people in the car with you, for example, who are the only cell phones that are traveling from tower to tower just like you are. And that gives away who you're traveling with, who you're around, who you're associating with. Now, this may not be a problem for you. You may not have any problems at all with that information being collected, maybe on a basic philosophical level, that type of thing. But you're not hiding anything. It's not the end of the world. But I want you to know, as an investigator, that this can be done. It's done mostly by law enforcement. I don't know of any private sector person legally doing this right now. And I'm not even sure that it would be legal for private sector people to do it. I suspect that the laws are lax enough that it might be. But nonetheless, I want you to be aware that it's out there. Now, the good news is this is an extremely hard bit of information to get a hold of. It's very difficult. It's easy for the people who have access to it, the very limited, the law enforcement and whatnot. But for normal everyday people and other investigators, extremely difficult. Why is that good news for you? It's good news because it means traditional surveillance techniques are still extremely useful and valuable. You know, you can drive yourself crazy trying to get cell phone record address, tower dumps, those types of things, which may or may not be something you have access to, may or may not be legal. But when you follow a person as they leave work, who they leave with, where they go, you get the pictures, you can identify people. That real surveillance work is so very valuable, and it's just the way you're going to get that information these days, even in this high technology world, which is good for you. It's good for your business. It's a job skill that you have that you can turn a profit for. If you don't have that job skill, or you want to improve your job, your ability to follow someone and do surveillance, of course, I have the Investigator's Ultimate Guide to Surveillance. It teaches everything you need to know A to Z about that. But I wanted to let you know, even in this very, very high-tech world, you have this skill that not a lot of people have, that you can use and turn to a profit with. This is Larry K, ShadowAnyone.com. Remember, do the right thing, even if it's the hard thing.